There are so many struggles as an entrepreneur. You can't make just one video of it, but you can make one video on the most important part, and that is entrepreneurship. Being a small business owner or business owner of any kind, you are an entrepreneur. It's all about mindset. Literally everything. I've studied the greatest of all time. I've been around elites. I've studied them too. I work off of micro expressions and face readings, and at the end of the day, it has to do with freaking mindset. If you really believe and think that you can, then you will. But if you don't, then you will not. Like, that is the key to having a successful business of any kind. It really has to do with, do you believe that you can? And a lot of what I've seen is that entrepreneurs will have many failed businesses, and the business that succeeds isn't because the business actually was successful and it was the best. Many of the businesses that they had not succeeded in actually succeeded for other people, just not them. What they were doing during that time is they were gathering data and information and intel and learning how to step up to success and how to stay there. That's all that mindset is you're taking steps every day towards your goal, and based on if you're trying to jump steps, then you might fall down flights of steps. But if you consciously take every step with patience, you might fall down a step or two, but you're not going to fall down flights of steps. That is what mindset in an entrepreneur, that is what an entrepreneur mindset really is the ability to continue to take those steps regardless of what is happening. The world could be on fire, you could get broken up with, your wife is having the baby, like, things are happening. Life is going to continue to happen. It will never stop. But you have decided, no, I am asking more and requiring more of myself to live a life that is limitless. That is why you're doing it. But in order to get there, the mindset is just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, and take that information and learn as you go. So again, use the analogy of the staircase. If somebody wins the lottery, then they don't get to take the flight of stairs towards success. They just win the money. And there's a statistic that shows that within 5 years, a lot of them are often going bankrupt. The reason for this is they did not take the flights of stairs up towards the success to understand all that it entails and it is required to obtain and keep that kind of wealth. And so since they didn't acquire that knowledge, they lose it. The people that keep it are the people that retain the knowledge, taking step by step by step. But when you skip steps, like when you win the lottery, that's like jumping a bunch of flight of stairs, you're going to fall down flights of steps if you do not invest in understanding what is required to keep that wealth. It's the same concept in entrepreneurship. You are taking those steps to retain that wealth. And it's not just wealth of money, it is wealth of knowledge. That is, I'm not successful because of money or pretty or any privileges. I'm successful because of my knowledge, my expertise. Since I was a child, I've been developing skills and understanding. I've been in hypno things and energy works and mindset workshops, and I've been trained by the best, and I worked in mental health for 10 years before that. And I have an extensive knowledge of not just what it pertains to in business, but other things too that end up pertaining to business, like the economical standpoint that we're in right now, like the war that we might be going into right now. Like, there's a lot of details. And I only acquired all of those because I took those steps. I didn't skip the steps. And every time I skip the steps, I land on my ass every single time. So this is the only piece of advice that you need to know if you have an online business, a coaching business, you are an entrepreneur of any kind. It is your mindset. And the last piece, it is not about resilience and becoming hustle culture, boss bitch mentality, any of that stuff. Don't sign up to that, because what you're doing is you're building a lot of pressure to break through that wall, and what usually ends up happening is you sacrifice your wealth, your love, your relationships, and other things because of that pressure. There is a way to relax into entrepreneurship. There is a way to have a lifestyle business where you are not depleted, where you have time for family and your friends and yourself, where you have money in the bank and you're not worried if you're going to be able to make ends meet. There are better ways of doing things, but the first thing is you have to focus on that mindset. Once you create that resilient mindset, you can then see how it's possible to have a lifestyle business. It is not just, there are levels to all of these things, so it just keeps getting better and better and better, and it is all an adventure. So keep going. My name's Anna, you know what to do.